Yo, what's going on everybody? My name's Cast. Welcome back to another episode reaction of Hunter x Hunter. This time I'm on episode 4. So in the last episode we began the first phase of the Hunter's exam. We got introduced to some characters briefly. We met Tonpa, Hisoka, Killua, Hanzo, and a couple other people that I don't remember their names, but we were lightly introduced to them. I'm expecting in this episode we're not only going to get further into the first phase of the exam, but hopefully we're going to meet some of the characters a little bit more. So far I'd say I'm pleasantly surprised with the anime. I hope it keeps it up, and I'm ready to get straight into it. But before that, of course, if you want to watch my reactions to the next episodes right now, you can do so over on my Patreon. The Soul tier is always one episode ahead, and the Ascended tier is multiple episodes early. You can see that right over here. Those reactions are also extended length, meaning that you get more reaction and more discussion to go along with each and every video. And with that, let's get started with episode 4. Episode 4, Hope and Ambition. It's a very positive title. Hopefully no darkness in this episode. 2 hours. Wow.
トータルで何キロ走るかわからない。数名の脱落者を出し始めていた。
Yeah, I think unfortunately, unless I was gifted with some special abilities, I would probably be done by now. I am not running 30 kilometers. Speaking of which, I am pretty impressed with you, Nicholas, I gotta say. He thinks it's almost over though. Unfortunately, it's probably never as easy as you expect. The calculations are gonna be off somewhere. Oh, Leorio is already struggling? Is he skating? Yeah, he is. I saw him with a skateboard last episode. That's interesting. Isn't that kind of cheating? That's true. He didn't lay out any rules like that. That was freaking cool. Yeah, I'm with Gon. That was awesome. And just like that, they're friends. It really is that easy when you're 12. No social standards there to make it harder for you to be friends. I told you this day would come, Nicholas. The calculations can't be relied on. So here's the question. How do they get back? Do they gotta run the 30 kilometers back? Or walk it at least? Didn't these guys fail multiple times? Damn, his body was broken, but you gotta break his spirit too. Oh, of course. Of course it is. Of course it's Tonpa. Okay guys, it wasn't that bad. You just told him he's weak. What's wrong with you, Tonpa? Why? Are we gonna get an explanation for why? Did somebody crush you when you were a rookie and you swore revenge on, I don't even know, all other rookies? Is it a complex? Damn! That's just like almost inhuman to run for 60 kilometers. I've never even heard of something like that. Poor Leorio, come on man, you can do it. Don't make excuses. Don't convince yourself. Can he borrow your skateboard maybe, Killua? Is Gon gonna help him out? Is he looking out for him? They're waiting up for him. It's not really something you can help him with, though, unfortunately. What are you gonna do, Gon? What's the answer here? Is just him waiting up gonna make Leorio feel pathetic? There you go. He left his suitcase, though. Your briefcase. Hello? Hopefully it wasn't too important. That's nice to see from Gon, though. He knew he could do it. Oh, and he's gonna get it for him. What a bro. And he got to impress him back. Wow. It's so easy and it's so simple and so pure. I love it. That sort of friendship is something really nice to see. A lot of times in anime, the characters are always very similar in age, and I think that's just for like convenience sake. It just kind of makes sense for that to happen, but very rarely do you see the age dynamics come like directly into the friendship. It only worked. Their friendship is only kind of like this so far. I mean, I wouldn't call them friends yet, of course, but I think in their eyes, they're kind of already friends because that's just how you are at 12 years old, especially if you're an extra free spirit like Gon. And I guess Killua is too. I think he's probably more complex and we haven't really learned very much about him yet, but the age dynamics really kind of make sense here. And especially for Japan, and I know this doesn't technically take place in Japan, but you know, there's no sense of like seniority over one another. So it just kind of makes it more free flowing and natural, I guess. I like that is all I'm saying. Or are they going upstairs now? At 80 kilometers, you have to go upstairs. Hell no. But this guy's having no problem with it. This is pretty crazy. It really makes me wonder what's next. Like, if this is phase 1, what does phase 2, 3, 4, 5 look like? Because this is obviously going to be the easiest of all of them. That's how it usually goes, at least. He's doing great. It's all about pacing yourself. Kurapika's got like prison clothes. I don't really understand the get up. He's asking him that. Yeah, I had speculated that there was something a little more deeper. Right, it was very superficial. The fact that he's not letting you in, giving you a real answer. Oh, okay. He's sharing his story first. Oh, and that's what we saw on the ship too. His eyes glowed for a minute. They just sell them purely for looks. It's not because of like a power or something. That's crazy. So it's like ivory or something. Jesus. Well, that's really dark, actually. That is horribly dark. Jesus. It's about the connections, I see. Wow. All right. So he's got a very long journey ahead with, I'm sure, many twists and turns. There's something more, though. Like you need money for something. I mean, there's hinted truth in that. There it is. There it is. Something deeper, something more meaningful. An actual reason to latch onto that's not just like superficial materialism. You don't even have to say anything more than that. I get it. You lost a friend because they couldn't afford treatment. That sucks. That's awful. It's especially awful to know that that's like a very real thing that happens in the real world all the time. Thousands of times every day. Oh. See, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. Yeah, it is kind of set up that way. That's so interesting because I've heard this whole thing about money being like the main drive for a couple different characters throughout different shows I've watched. Like, just like, it's not spoilers or anything, but like Uraraka from My Hero Academia, her main goal of being a hero was to get money, and it was for a very similar sort of noble reasons. She wanted to help her out her family, blah, blah, blah. This is another show. I'm not going to get into that. But I can't honestly, with all my heart, say that it's a wrong thing to want. I'm not judging Leorio, not at all. In fact, even the first time I heard him when he said that, I wasn't really that judgmental because I figured there was a reason that he needed that kind of money. There's just this really common sentiment that money is the root of all evil and that money only brings about more problems and all of this and all that, but I don't exactly think that's entirely true. I mean, of course, there is obvious reasons why people say that, and I'm not trying to discredit that or anything, but money is ultimately, when you look past the very materialistic things, money is security. Money is the reason that you have a roof over your head. Money is the reason that you're able to eat and drink whenever you're hungry or whenever you want it or whenever you need it. Money provides a lot of things for not only you, but people you care about. It's something that you have to survive, whether you like it or not, unless you have some sort of purely self-sustaining grid where you grow all your own food and you harvest all your own energy. At the end of the day, you're still going to be paying property taxes, and unless you own your nation or something, that, obviously that doesn't work like that. So you're going to have to pay money for something at the end of the day, and there's nothing wrong with not wanting to deal with that hassle. In fact, I think it is something that we all equally feel. Well, I won't say equally because everyone's situation is different, but we all understand very well the burden that having money and not having money especially brings upon our lives. And I think all of us sort of want to be free of that. And that's more important to all of us than the materialistic things. Like we want to drive a nice car and live in a super nice house, but at the end of the day, we want our needs met. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially for someone like Leorio, who is not only looking to take care of himself, but to take care of other people. And of course it is noble. Whether Leorio wants to admit it or not, he's doing things for a pretty noble cause. And I think Kurapika sees that too. He probably is going to respect him a whole lot more now. Oh, are you? I mean, it's a shock to me too. I would have assumed so because it's anime, but you don't look it. I wonder how much we're going to be thinning out the herd for this. How many people are dropped out from the starting line. I wonder if the arrow on his board means anything, or if it's just like design. He's just taking it for the challenge? Wow. He is cool. I'm sure that Killua's gonna find his reason at some point. Maybe he just doesn't know what it is yet. Which, how can you blame him? He's 12. Interesting. I wonder if that's gonna be like a long-lasting question that's gonna last throughout the whole series. Like, what was his father's purpose or objective? It could be a big plot point. I could see that happening. Right, we're coming up to the end. Maybe. Hopefully. Who won, though? Is he impressed? They're not even winded. That's not the answer they want. These kids are cute. They've got a cute friendship already. Okay, so we're not done yet. Okay, I'm just thinking about it now. You are not going to tell me Tonpa ran 80 kilometers and then however long up those stairs. That guy did not pull that off. No way. He's cheating. I better not see Tonpa at this finish line. It's very like... The colors are very like washed out? Is it like... It's fog, okay. I was gonna say something like fog or mist or something. Q Maiden Abyss new layer title card. The Inverted Forest. Numere Wetlands. Swindler Swamp. It's the Dark Souls location, actually. So this is where the obstacle course part of the phase 1 comes in. Damn. Okay. You want to give us a little more information about that? Okay, that guy did not deserve that. That's the worst. Great. Mind game monsters. Interesting. So this might be a little bit more mental than just physical.
騙されるのが分かってて騙されるわけねえだろ。騙されるな。だから騙されねえって。
This is already a trap. It's already started.
そいつは嘘をついている。そいつは偽物だ。試験官じゃない。俺が本物の試験官だ。
Is that so? Right. We got another Full Metal Envy situation. Oh?
ヌメーレ湿原に生息する人面猿だ。人面猿は新鮮な人肉を好む。
I'm calculating in my head, trying to figure it out. I don't think I buy it. I don't think I buy it. I mean, he did just run the whole way. Could a monkey do that? I mean, maybe, right? But hard to say. That's Hisoka, right? Playing cards? Oh, he caught them. That was the test. He was testing them. That's smart, Hisoka. Okay. Yeah, you'd have to be, right? Okay, okay. I like that. That's a good solution. Although you did just potentially kill somebody. I could... Did he mean to kill the first examiner? Doesn't change the fact you still attacked him. Okay. Got it. Well, I don't hate his reasoning, I'll be honest. The Hanzo guy. I'm trying to figure out where his intelligence lies. Well, that was quite nice of the monsters to come show us exactly what they're going to be like before we really get started. The fog is obviously going to be the real challenge here. I think it's kind of cool just seeing them walk through a dangerous landscape and the hunter himself not worried at all about his own safety. Like, he must be confident that at the end of the day, he can get through this no matter what, even if everybody behind him gets fooled. I just wonder where his power level kind of stops. 368. All right. Damn, okay. You know, I'm continuously impressed, again, by the pacing and how well each episode seems to segment off like a particular capstone or point or step in the journey. Every episode feels like just another step, and it's always set up to lead you into the next step really gracefully. Just like Satot's graceful stroll, his graceful stride, one step to the next. Alright guys, well that was episode 4 of Hunter x Hunter, another really solid episode. I love the backstory on Leorio and Kurapika, a little bit for different reasons of course. Kurapika has a very serious and very dark story. I can't actually honestly believe how dark that is at just like the basic setup. They harvest the eyes out of people they murder and then sell them on the black market for nothing more than money and for no other reason other than that they look pretty, very, very pretty. What are they called? One of the 7 beauties of the world or something like that? That's really insane and really dark, and I wonder what that's going to lead to. I'm sure Kurapika is probably going to have his own arc in the show at some point dealing with this phantom troop, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's already setting off the ground basis for that, and it's going to be really interesting seeing how he handles that emotionally and if his revenge is going to take him away. I know we saw that with like some characters in Fullmetal Alchemist. Revenge is something that may be justified and may not be justified, but you can lose yourself in that, and I wonder if Kurapika is going to go on the same type of journey. Also with Leorio, his backstory was very melancholy, of course, like losing a friend to a disease that is curable and treatable is almost unforgivable. It almost seems like a little bit of a crime against humanity, the fact that those things happen and continue to happen even in the real world, and it really is sad and it really sucks, but he took that experience and he turned it into something that is as reasonably hopeful and positive as he really could be. He doesn't seem to hang on to too many resentments other than the fact that what he wants is just sort of blockaded by money, and that is something that I think everybody can relate to in some capacity, so who are we to judge him? But yeah, we're stepping into the next part of phase 1 of the Hunter's Exam, walking through Swindler Swamp. There's going to be monsters, there's going to be obstacles. I don't really know what's going to come next, but I'm excited to see it. Hopefully Gon and Kurapika, all of them make it through this. I assume they will, because I'm just going under the assumption that we've got our main characters now. Hopefully Tonpa doesn't make it. Hopefully he gets eaten by some man-faced monkey or vulture or whatever monsters are in here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.